Hello and welcome to another week with Mirree's Dreamtime Messages. Thanks for joining me for another week. The week is going to be starting the 21st of July and running until the 27th. And so, we're fast approaching the end of the month, and which came around really quickly. And, we're just a little bit over halfway of the year now, and so we've only got one more month now until winter finishes here in Australia. So I hope the weather has been a bit warmer where you have been, but just a bit more patient, and we'll be out of the cold weather soon. But it's been a pretty cold winter this season, and with some snow coming down where I am, but the sun has been poking its head out, and so which is a really good sign. So we may even get a shorter winter this season. Who knows? We can only hope. And so the cards that we pulled out last week, how did you go with those? We got the Day Owl, letting us know to listen deeply to the messages that are coming into our soul, and the messages that are coming to tell us messages to do with our purpose in life, and taking that further in the areas that we want to go. And the other card that we pulled out was with Dingo, I am advancing, letting us know that we're using our instincts to move, to make shifts and move forward in our chosen field, and to just take the necessary steps, because we're either ending something or beginning something at the same time, which is helping us to advance in our life journey. And the other card that we pulled out was with Magpie, I am expanding, letting us know that when we take responsibility for the actions in our life, and we can clearly become more aware of the actions we want to take that are more in line with our happiness, that are more in line with growing, building something that's more positive towards our future. And so you would have noticed their prize giveaways so far. We've got 7 for NAIDOC over the next 7 weeks or 6 weeks now. So we're giving away 7 grand prizes over that time, up until the end of August, and we only do this once a year, and it's the biggest prize giveaway that we do every year. And so you have a very good chance of winning, and so I hope you can join me in the celebrations for our prize giveaways. And tonight, actually, we're going to be tonight, Sunday night, which is prize giveaway 1, is going to be ending at midnight tonight. So if you haven't got your entry, now's the time to do that, because you have a very good chance of winning something, as everybody does this time of the year. And it's always worth trying to get your Christmas presents for the entire year, and so some of the prizes are big enough, or most of them are big enough for you to be able to do that. And so towards the end of this video, I'm going to be showing you one of the prizes, and just in prize 1, how many little gifts that you can receive just in one prize giveaway. And so you may be surprised when you see, so that is only that's only one prize giveaway that I'll be showing you tonight, so that you can kind of get your eyes on what you can actually win. But if you check out also the 50-page natal catalogue in the description box. You'll also be able to see at the back of the catalogue is the list of all the prizes that you'll win, and at the start of the catalogue is all the dates of the prizes over the 7 weeks that we're doing the prize giveaways. And so I'm wishing everybody good luck and good fortune in winning something. And you know, it's such a exciting time of the year. You know, it's like having a second Christmas, but in July. And so that's what makes it so exciting. You know, it's one of the most exciting things other than Christmas that we have happening every year, which I've been kind of doing it like for, you know, for at least 10 years now that I've been doing this. And so not, you know, there's still people still finding out even now about the prizes, and so that's what makes it pretty fun as well, is that people are still finding out about these prizes. So yeah, grab your entry, and I'll leave all the details in the description below, so don't forget to check it out. And so we're gonna be having a new moon, which is on Friday, and so, you know, that's gonna be a good time to make some plans for a new beginning, in whether it's in your workplace, or maybe you want to initiate some new plans in your work, or maybe you want to bring forward some plans in your home life or your family life, or you want to start a new project. So, you know, around the new moon, which is on Friday, is going to be the perfect time for that. And so also for the prize giveaways, just touching back on that again, this second prize giveaway will be starting tomorrow on the 21st, and the third giveaway will be ending tomorrow. So you can also enter another prize giveaway tomorrow, and you know, there's some really big prizes coming up. At the moment we've got like, I think we've got like between prize 1 and 4 that's happening at this point. And so yeah, just grab your copy of the NAIDOC catalogue and look through that very carefully, and you'll see all the prizes and all the dates in that. And so you don't want to miss out, because the time flies by so quickly, and if nobody enters a prize, then that means that nobody wins. And so yeah, so it'll stay like that for another year. And so let's have a look, but let's move on and have a look at the animals that are going to be coming up this week. And in the first 3, or basically in every prize giveaway, you get to receive a free Dreamtime card deck. And so if you haven't got yours already, then it comes in a box, and you have your 100-page guidebook and your 36 glossy cards. I've already cleansed these cards before I started, and so I haven't chosen any cards so far. And so I also cleansed myself before. I always do that before doing the Dreamtime videos. I always cleanse myself and the cards, and so I've already done all that beforehand just to save time. And so let's have a look and see. The first card that we drew this week is with the Broga, I am deserving, letting us know that when I value myself and the beauty from within me, it naturally draws the love and support that I deserve. And so that's such a lovely card to get this week. Shh. We've got some cheeky birds in the background, that's for sure. Yeah, and so the Broga, and so if we have a look in the guidebook, the Broga is on page 17. And so that's the other good thing about having your Dreamtime card deck, is that you can follow along with the videos every week, which I do every Sunday. And so the Broga is letting us know that, are you feeling judgmental or worthless about yourself? This may be a part of an old pattern or the ego that is playing out in your mind. Notice it, let it go, because it's not the true part of yourself. Broga dreaming represents the reflection of self and seeing the beauty within without judgment or fear. See the beauty within and become connected to everything that supports you in every way. The Broga has a connection to the lotus flower that is inseparable to its habitat, and in essence portrays the beauty deep within the belly. To understand, accept and believe this is as the true source of great power that is within you. So are you recognizing your true inner beauty today? And so the purpose of Broga dreaming is teaching us about self-love and seeing yourself through the eyes of Divine God in the Dreamtime. And so there may be an understanding you need to reach about yourself that will enable you to have more self-confidence in what you wish to achieve. And so the action step this week to do with the Broga is, your soul is going to thrive by taking action to push yourself out of a disempowering mindset. And so you can begin to see yourself with more beauty. Try to understand more about the true source of this beauty that is very deep within you to uncover. And so try to achieve something that brings this beauty out more in you, and believe in yourself. And so you could be feeling judgmental, hate, or helplessness on a negative side, but on a positive, you need to believe in yourself, have confidence, and so that you can have more true worth about yourself. I'll also be doing a podcast this week, and so I will try to share some more details on my social media pages for everyone that can go check that out as well. And so yeah, it's going to be really great, and I'm just trying to bring some more value to you guys. And so, you know, look out for that. But let's have a look and see the other card that we're going to be drawing this week, that's going to be guiding us. And so it's always that card, I really always love getting that card, no matter, you know, when it is. It's just such a beautiful card to get, and it's just such a beautiful message to reminding us about, the value of our love, self-love for ourselves, and how far that can take us in what we're wanting to do and what we're wanting to achieve. And so and the other card that we pulled out this week is with the ancestral owl finches. I am knowing, letting us know, when I have trust and faith in my intuition, I'm naturally guided towards the answers I seek, and this makes me strong. And so yeah, this is another great card. I love this card and the message, especially because of the I am knowing message that is deep within us, trying to bring that out in our messages for ourselves. And the ancestral owl finch is letting us know that, and reminding us about listening to that tiny voice that's inside of ourselves, and how powerful we are, more powerful than we are. Sorry, I'll rephrase that again. And reminding us that we are more powerful than we can imagine. And so change doesn't come from an inability to see what happens next, but the ability to have trust in the feeling of something better. And so believe in the power of your own positive thinking and knowing inside to guide you to the answer you're seeking at this time. The finches are very timid around humans and are happiest and lively in groups with other finches. The messages they bring are so important because it is through going into your unique self that you are able to better tune into the right guidance and direction. And so often in life you will be faced with many decisions and directions in life. In order to make a situation better than the last step and more spiritually evolving than the last cycle, listen, trust, and because something better is coming. In order to be a success, a focus needs to evolve inside of you that will show you an important aspect of your spirituality that maybe you were previously unaware of before. Allow this focus to be the change you are currently seeking at this time. And so the action step this week to do with the ancestral owl finches, in order to make a change, you need quiet time and a space within your house so that you can begin to bring in the new changes you want to make within your life. If you're trying to change a certain area in your life and you are not allowing the room for it to come in, then you have no proper foundation for it to evolve. And so it's always best that you initiate a change, even if it's only small, rather than letting a change get forced upon you. There are always certain areas that need a lot more work than others in our life, and all it takes is a small amount of dedicated time every day, every week, or every month to start the ball rolling. Allow the finches to guide you back to your inner knowing, back to your senses, and allow them to bring you the spiritual guidance you are needing right now. So the negative you could be feeling is unwilling, doubtful, or stressful. You can always turn a negative into a positive by focusing on change and bringing that focus to the forefront, and having a successful mindset. And so, you know, that's really great because the blogger was letting us know about, you know, certain behaviors and patterns and mindsets that we've been maybe conditioned, or maybe we've been convincing ourselves that, you know, we're not very worthy, or, you know, or we've just been going along with that doubt, when really, you know, that's what's really holding things up. That's what's been showing us that we deserve more and we deserve a lot better. And so, you know, the finches are guiding us this week, helping us to get out of anything disempowering, helping us to focus on the success that we're wanting to create in our lives. And the blogger is, you know, bringing that to light, bringing this self doubt to light, and showing us, you know, there's something we can do about this at this time. And so let's have a look and see what the solution card is that we're going to be getting this week. That's going to be helping us as well. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And the other card that we pulled out is with Ancestral Dragonfly, I am awakening. So wow, this is a pretty powerful week this week. And you know, the other weeks were also, but you know, it kind of like just felt like we were sifting through things and, you know, really just trying to get more clarity in what we were doing and moving forward in what we wanted to create and change in our lives, because, you know, change is not always easy to make. And so Ancestral Dragonfly, when I allow myself to step outside of my limits, the opportunities for expansion and growth are limitless, and this leads to the awakening of my gifts deep within. And we are always trying to reach for, you know, our gifts and developing them, and they're evolving all the time. They don't stay the same, and they may change over time as well. And so just like ourselves, within ourselves, we're always evolving, we're always changing and transforming our lives, you know, to make it more better than what it was yesterday. And so when we have a look, you know, it's at the 23, it's card 23, but you know, if you have a look on page 59, that's where you can find the guidance for the ancestral dragonfly. In the beginning, there is new life again, from the creation series of the Dreamtime, brought to you by Mirree and the ancestors. In honor and respect for the ancestors, may they always be in our sights for future generations to come, continuously replenishing nature and spirit through our hearts and minds. Dragonflies have existed for more than 320 million years, with evidence of them in fossils within rock formations. Dragonflies spend many years underwater in nymph stage. They are the fastest flying insects in the world, flying with 2 sets of wings, but we can only ever see one pair because they fly so very fast. And so the purpose of the dragonfly is allowing you to see through any limitations that are currently preventing you from further growth. And so that's your job for this week, and your homework is to see, because the patterns, and that is the reason why I also painted the dragonflies like in a pattern formation, as you can see if you look up pretty close, because it allows us to see any limitations that are preventing us from growth, and to transform any negative situation that is coming your way. Don't take it to heart, but just see it for what it truly is, and then let it go. You are learning more about negative patterns which were previously playing out in your life, causing havoc in your life. From this new perspective, you will recreate your life from scratch, and from the beginning of time, when everything was innocent and brand new. And so the action step to do with the dragonfly is you are understanding more about certain patterns of negativity that are playing out in your life, so that you can release them in order to go back to the beginning to create something brand new. And so, that's pretty exciting, especially if we're bringing awareness to anything that's hasn't been serving us from the past, and that we're really making ourselves aware of this and writing this in our journal. Like, maybe you remember the relationships that you've been having, and maybe you can write about the relationships, and you can spot certain qualities about yourself that didn't make you feel that you were fulfilled in certain ways. And you can also, it's not just about relationships, it can be about even projects, why you haven't maybe finished projects in the past. This is linked to certain patterns of negativity. And so dragonflies symbolize strength, healing, protection, blessing from a loved one, renewal, abundance, rebirth, new beginning, letting go, transformation, awakening, and spirituality. And so this is our solution card this week, guys. And so it's really giving us the message that it's if you've been wondering why things haven't panned out the way that that you expected, then it could be a result of a negative pattern. And so we can move past these negative patterns if we bring awareness to the pattern. And writing out in our journal this week is going to be a very it's going to be some very productive and well time spent if we can write in our journal, Dreamtime journal, this week. And just make a list of some of the maybe some of the situations in your life that you feel like have worked out, and maybe some of the situations in your life that haven't worked out, and just try to break it down in smaller steps, and so that you can begin to bring more awareness to this. And bringing more awareness allows us to create that change that we're looking for. And so, it's about being gentle with ourselves and bringing in the self-love that's coming from Brolga as well. And so these are the 3 cards that we pulled out this week. It's been pretty exciting. And we have an awesome lineup this week with Brolga, letting us know that we're deserving of so much more if only we can drop these negative thoughts that we have about ourselves, and self-doubt, and thinking that we can't achieve or amount to nothing. You know, these kind of thoughts that don't serve us. And so it's important to be gentle with ourselves and bring in more value and beauty towards yourself, so that you can draw the support and love that you deserve. And the other card that we pulled out is with the Finches. I am knowing, letting us know that with trust and faith, your intuition is naturally guided towards the answers that you seek. And so it's important to focus on being positive and being motivated to succeed in this positive change, and keep building upon it brick by brick. And because in doing that, and in small steps and stages, we become stronger. And so and bringing in that focus for our success and for this change, that's really gonna bring more fulfillment into our life. And the solution card we got this week is with the ancestral dragonfly. I am awakening, letting us know that when you allow yourself to step outside of your limits, and this is talking about any limits that are holding us back, when we can step past these, the opportunities for expansion and growth are unlimited. And this leads to the awakening of your gifts that are deep within, because we're not bogged down by these negative patterns that we're trying to get past, because we're enabling ourselves and allowing ourselves to break free from them. So these are the 3 cards that we got this week. I hope you guys have a wonderful week.